So you've got a vacancy, you've got a shortlist. What happens next?
So previously I would have just sent CVs, but now I call the clients and make presentations. The presentations allow me to influence decisions, create some excitement around the CVs, of course, and generate some urgency.
And no two clients are the same?
No, so you'd probably tailor your approach depending on which client you're speaking to. And you make sure that you're emphasising the specific achievements that each client is looking for, and making sure that the candidate that you're promoting, comes across and makes sense.
What have you taken away from James's advice when it comes to what you can convey to the client during this conversation?
I think it's really important you get across why the candidate is moving on. I think if you don't make that clear, if there's any ambiguity, I think it could cause some issues at the end of the process. I think making sure the client understands why the candidate is moving across will also make them feel comfortable that the candidate that they are speaking to or will be speaking to will stay with the business for the foreseeable future.
And of course the CV can't show the person.
No. So it's really important that you put a lot of emphasis on the personality and the bits around the skill set and their job that the candidate is doing. Some clients really like that. I've got an example of a client who promotes footwear, and the one candidate that I sent across actually is a skater back in the day, and so for him, the fact that he was skating, he had to use the footwear that the client liked, so just brought the candidate to life a bit more rather than just being a skill set on a piece of paper.
James says that a candidate presentation shouldn't take more than 5 minutes. That's a lot of ground to cover in a short time, right?
I think 5 minutes is actually all right, because the whole point of the presentation is to give the client a flavour of what the candidate is about, and not to give away all of the information. I think if you give away too much information just in the presentation, then it leaves nothing for the client to talk about, and sometimes it can be too much information and things get lost in translation, then the client's unclear at the end.
Tell me one final piece of advice you got from James's module that you're really going to use.
I think you definitely need to make sure you prepare before doing these presentations. I think most recruitment consultants are quite confident and believe they can wing most situations, but unfortunately in this case it's really important that you prepare before you go into the presentation, making sure the sequence is logical and making sure everything that you're saying makes sense.